Hello everybody. Today I'm going to tell you a quick story. I love ginger beer. I was so sick and tired of just going to a restaurant and then being offered just fizzy drinks, Shirley Temples, basically just sugar in a cup. So when I found ginger beer, I thought, this is amazing, something I like that's healthy for me. It's good for my stomach, it's good for my digestive system, and it tastes amazing. So it happens to be that I'm going to a birthday party this weekend, and instead of bringing a cake or something like that, I decided I would like to impress the hostess by creating some ginger beer and seeing what she thinks of my recipe. So while I was at it, I thought, I'm just going to show you how to make ginger beer. So let's get to it. First off, what will you need? You will need 1 pound of ginger, 1.5 cups of raw cane sugar or brown sugar, a solid cube of cane sugar, dissolved in water for 30 minutes. Alternatively, you can use honey, 1 tablespoon of honey to make up for the cube of cane sugar, 1 to 2 pre-ground cloves, pineapple juice, a minuscule amount of yeast, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and that is all the ingredients you will need. You will also need 10 cups of water, a blender, cheesecloth or a sifter, or in our case, a net to strain your ginger, a container to hold your ginger juice, a funnel, a plastic bottle, and its cap. Step 1. Soak your ginger in water and gently massage it and snap it into pieces that your blender can handle. Next, take your water and pour half of it, which is 5 cups, into your blender. Then, put your lid on, start your blender, you should be left with a pureed mixture that looks something like this. You will then after blending, you should be left with a mixture that resembles pureed applesauce. You will then take this mixture and you will pour it into your straining device. Try and get as much as you can out of there. And then squeeze this mixture to pull more juice out of it. After you squeeze it until it is dry, with your remaining 5 cups of water, repeat this process. A dry pulp should look something like this. As you can see, it looks drier than the puree in the water. Here we have the extracted ginger juice. It's all strained. Now I must admit, I did add a bit more water, as you can see by the measurements here, because like I said, this ginger does pack a punch. So now it's time to add the other ingredients to dampen that flavor. Notice that I haven't added my lemon yet. Bear with me. First, I'm gonna let it sit for 4 hours, covered with this cloth, in a cool place before adding the lemon. Here we are, 4 hours later, and now I'm ready to pour my pre-squeezed lemon into the ginger juice. And with that, we are ready to pour. Now, normally I would pour it into the bottle myself. However, since I would make a big mess, since this is still too big for me, I've asked my mother to come and pour it in this container so that I can pour it in the bottle. I'm still too small and everything would go onto the floor, onto the counter, and I don't want any of this to go to waste. It needs to be my stomach. Thank you, Mom. Now that this is in a more manageable container, we are ready to bottle. Now when bottling, it's important that you pour and leave 1 inch to 3 inches from the top. I like to stay on the safer side and give more room than less. So in the case that it ferments too long with the yeast, it doesn't blow up and geyser or explode the bottle. So now we're gonna take just a very minuscule amount of yeast. I count like 5 or 6 on my fingers. Just gonna sprinkle that there. Just like that, and it seems like a little, but trust me, once it ferments and you leave it for 12 hours, you'll see. So, the last safety precaution that we're gonna take is, in case of it over fermenting, we're gonna leave some room for the pressure to build by squeezing the bottle. And we are going to get it up about 1 inch off from the neck. So just gonna grab the cap. Good, so now you can see the bottle squeezed, so if pressure builds up inside the container, the sides will move back out into their normal areas. So this gives me more time per burp. So for the first 4 hours, I'm going to burp it every hour until I get a kind of gauge on how much fermentation it's gonna get. And then from there, I can kind of decide based on how much yeast I added. So that's it. Now we have to store this in a room temperature or cool place and just let it ferment for 12 hours. After those 12 hours, you're going to open it and let it very slowly and let the pressure release, and then you're going to store it in your fridge until consumption. This is something I fermented 3 days ago, so I'm just going to show you how it sounds and looks when it burps. That is some good ginger beer. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. By the way, quick clarification. This ginger juice is not ginger beer. It's perfectly safe for children to drink as it hasn't truly fermented into beer yet. Subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated, and smash that like button with the force of a meteor. And one last thing before I let you go. This video and recipe was inspired by Cook Like a Jamaican. So I'm gonna leave a link to their channel in the description below. Have fun and enjoy the ginger beer. Cheers.
So you gingered out yet?
Nope.
No?
Never.
Really?
If I was gingered out, it would be when I drink this entire jug of ginger beer.